Hello, everybody. It's Julie D with NorthdownHills.news. And once again, this is Jabbering with Julie. Hello. So I don't have a lot of time today. I'm just going to go through this really quick. Got stuff to do, people to see, that's how it rolls around here. Anyway, the contest winner from last week was Jane Bigler Vanderground. See, I thought it was an easy name too, and I still messed it up. Jane Bigler Vanderground. She won last week. The Mug of Fun. Still got to get it to Postnet. That's where the winners pick up their prizes. So I have to get that ready for her. And the question this week, I'm not going to tell you. That's right. You have to watch the show to the end. That's how it works. So watch the show to the end. Enter in the comments whatever instructions I give you. And by the way, you have until Friday morning. We usually pick the name at random from the comments, and maybe you'll be a winner. I do see people entering week after week, and I use a random number generator. So they haven't won yet, but anyway, so you have all week. Don't feel like you have to, that it only, we only count the comments on Sunday when I record the show. You have all week. So anyways, but you have to watch the show to the end, whatever way that goes. All right, so let's get into this week's show. All right, so one of the things, if you watch my show, that I love to talk about is new business in Northfield Village. And by the way, there's been a lot of new businesses in Northfield Village lately. But here we go. Right here, public safety driving school. I see a lot of people in the group saying they're looking for a driving school. So there is one here in Northfield Village. It's right next to where you get your title and the license bureau. It's in Northfield Plaza, what some people call Northfield Plaza. And so I believe they're open. I don't know their hours. We're going to be finding all the information about them for you. And then right next door, you can kind of see it a little bit there, is Mobility Works. They're still working on the inside. They're still under construction. But as soon as they open, we'll let you know. So, I mean, there's a lot going on in the plaza, and there's the Russian restaurant that should open soon. And also in this plaza earlier, I think it was this year, the reptile place, and then the hair salon. And I mean, there's just a lot going on. And while I'm talking about Northfield Village, and you saw a little bit of I'll put this up again, Jabbering with Julie. They have a lot of crafts there. Their crafts there are only 50 cents. They have at Bin Treasures, they have a lot of great finds there, things that you wouldn't even know existed. I mean, best grandpa ever. It's like so cool. Or you're the best. Hey, you can buy that from me. Just kidding. Anyways, Bin Treasures is located not far from the License Bureau and the Title Bureau. It's in a building. When you're looking at the License Bureau, it's on the right. It's where the Dolphin Restaurant used to be, where it had that blue oval in the ceiling inside. The Dolphin is now the Dolphin Express, and they're located in Macedonia. I think they're set to open soon, but we'll find out. So moving right along, another item I don't have a picture for this, but I do have the info. Northfield Village is doing a movie in the park. It is August 21st at Smith Park. And they're going to be showing the movie Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory, the original one, because it's the 50th anniversary, which makes me feel old. The movie starts at 9 p.m. There'll be golden tickets for all children up to the first 75 that arrive. And the first 10 families that arrive will also receive an extra special prize. The police department will be providing ice cream, and the fire department will be providing beverages, and you never know what else will be there. Come and share your memories with your loved ones about this movie classic. Bring your chairs and blankets to enjoy a night under the stars. No rain date has been determined at this time. Hopefully it won't rain. But you know how it's been lately. But you know, sometimes it's like really bad and then it clears up and the sun comes out and you never even knew it rained except for the wet stuff. All righty. So at the Northfield Center trustee meeting the other day, Daniel Kevaney from Boy Scout Troop 882 visited the trustee meetings. He was observing the different issues and problems for the Northfield Center that came up, and he's earning one of his merit badges. And he asked the question. He wondered, well, he was concerned about people putting chemicals in their ditches to get rid of weeds. And there was a very nice discussion about it amongst the trustees, and they gave him some information. And I'm sure they're probably even going to provide more information, you know, more links for him to learn and observe more about the topic. He is, you will be able to listen to the council meeting, the trustee meeting. Yeah, it's just what I do. You will be able to listen to the trustee meeting. We have the audio and we'll be putting it up soon with an article, of course, of our, you know, original writers, you know, that they write, not copied from anybody, of course. Anyways, so the information about the meeting will be coming up soon. Some of the things that they talked about at the meeting, you know, we already have talked a lot about the construction in Northfield Center. There is a delay on the construction on Twinsburg Road between Walters Road and Old Eight that was going to be closed for 2 weeks starting on the 2nd. That has been delayed probably another week or so. They're waiting for the water company to do their part before they can do that part. And then once it closes, it will be closed for approximately 14 days. Highland Road is still closed and continues to cause havoc around town. And, you know, that's still a ways, maybe November, it will be back open again with a shiny, brand spanking new bridge. Not a big bridge, but very, very important, as we've all learned. There's also going to be a signal put in at Old 8 and Twinsburg Road. That work will probably be starting soon. You'll see them putting up the poles. You'll still be able to get through that intersection. They're not closing it. You know, they'll probably have flaggers that you have to watch out for and be careful in that area, of course. And then that signal will probably be operational in October. And then next year, Old 8 is going to be widened from Highland to the south of the township's border. So that will be a project. But again, it's next year. So we'll just have to wait for that, right? Like, I can't wait. So that's a few of the things going on at Northfield Center. We will be putting up our article and again, the audio, so you can check more of that out very shortly. Oh, I do have one more thing that they talked about at the meeting, and they've talked about at the meeting for many years, and it is finally done. In this interest of time, I'll just put up one picture taken by Celeste Wagner, one of our photographers. The Beacon Hills Park is finally completed. This project has been ongoing for years, starting with the planning and everything. And they used a grant for most of the cost for it. And it looks great. They redid the tennis courts. There's a pickleball court. It's just wonderful for the community. And they're hoping in the future to have events like Movie in the Park and things like that. In fact, I think they plan on having some events for this fall, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Speaking of pictures around town, let's check in on the Chick-fil-A construction. This is like every week there's something new. So now they're working on the front. Isn't that cool? So I can't wait to see what it's going to look like. I'm sure it's going to have a Chick-fil-A logo right above the door there. I cannot wait to see it. And let's move on to Jenny's Gems. And I apologize, for some reason I keep saying Jeannie's Gems, but it's Jenny's Gems. And this cat we want to talk about this week is Buttercup. Isn't she cute? I'm going to be putting a link up so you can find out about Buttercup, and then you can also find all the other stuff that Jeannie's been doing. But Buttercup had a rocky start. She had to go to the ER for 2 days after the rescue. Oh, and it's a he, sorry, not a she. He's a little miracle kitten. He was very weak and malnourished, but he fought and now is healthy, purring, playing machine. So anyways, I'll have the link up if you're interested on Buttercup or any of the other cats that she has for adoption or fostering even. Let's see, I want to go through my list here to make sure, because I'm always forgetting stuff. That's what I do. Oh, we have put up an article and a list about, I think I talked about this last week, the Macedonia flock system. It's used to catch bad people. I can't say bad guys because it's not just the guys getting in trouble. So the flock system, if they're looking for a certain suspect, they will scan the area for whatever. It might be scanning for a plate number or scanning for a certain type of car or vehicle. And, they're like specifically looking for something, like a certain license number or a certain make of car. It's not to check speeders. They will never use it for that. And at the Macedonia City Council meeting, Mayor Nick Molnar said as long as he's mayor, there will not be cameras used for traffic tickets. And that meeting information will also be coming up later. But what we did put up is based on our comments from the article that we put out on social media, and there were a lot of comments. We took some of the cream of the crop and sent them to Police Chief John Golden, and he answered them. So you will also find that list of not only the article we did about the flock system, but also some of your answers to the questions that you provided. So thank you for asking questions, which if you watch the end of the show, you'll find out more about that. Let's see. I also want to talk about fall sports. Oh, speaking of fall sports, I think I will start this segment with talking about Darius Sedna. I'm covering up his face. There we go. So Darius started doing sports, broadcasting, podcasting, lots of different things 4 years ago at Nordonia High School. I started a broadcast journalism club, and it evolved over the years into many different things. And Darius was there from, like I said, for 4 years. For 4 years, he did play-by-play of many of the boys' basketball games. He also provided all of these years, pretty much weekly, a podcast about sports, about professional soccer, NBA, and just lots of different sports topics. And he even covered Nordonia sports too, obviously. So this is like really difficult for me. He's been working with me so long, but he did graduate, so that's good for him. And he just recently put up a thank you video, which you can find on our website, nordoniahills.news. And he is just thanking everybody. He thanks the community. He thanks everybody that was on the broadcast with him. Everybody that helped him, including Mr. Faust, for the basketball games. And this gentleman is such a special individual, and he always came prepared, and he's going to do great things. So I can't say any more about that. But anyways, watch his video, because he actually thanks the community for their support too. And that's you. And I do as well. Oh my goodness. Let's move on. Let's see. Just want to make sure I got everything, because you know how I am. So I will just put this up for the end here. Oh, and before I go, I have to talk about and we're talking about sports. We are getting ready to start covering fall sports for Nordonia High School. And there's so many sports. So if you are at a Nordonia High School sporting event, or really any grade, and want to submit a picture to us of the game or the match or whatever, we would obviously give you photo credit, and we'd be very appreciative. And, again, we can't be everywhere, and, you're everywhere. You guys are awesome. Anybody that wants to write for us, you can have your own sports corner, whatever sport you would like, and we live here in the Nordonia area, reporting on what's going on. And this is for you. And if there's anything that you would like to contribute, obviously it makes us all better. And we have a very small staff, and we have added some new people, but I feel there's so much more we could do with your help. And also, we're going to be rolling out our newspaper weekly, which is called Nordoniels.news. How about that? And in September. So we're looking for more advertisers. Maybe you have a business and you want to have your ads appear in the sports section. That would be great. There has been some sports that have started, and you can go on our website. We have a tab for fall sports. And I think there's probably going to be too many sports to really talk about on my show. I do have a little soft spot in my heart for football. So we'll probably talk about real quick the results from that. We'll just see, because I don't want this show to be like 3 hours long. I don't think you do either. And football, I also must mention the Browns, because they had their preseason game last night against Jacksonville, and they did great. And I know the game doesn't technically count, and we didn't have a lot of our starters in, but we won. And we look great. And I know Jacksonville isn't that great of a team, but you know what? They had a lot of their first strings in for the first half. So it was really kind of interesting. But it's nice to see the team on the field again, and we're excited about the season. When I say we, I mean Brown sports fans everywhere. All right, so I'm running out of time. So for the contest this week, it's a 3-parter. So you don't have to answer all of these questions, but one of them may pertain to you. So number 1, are there any stories that you would like us to cover that we haven't covered? So that's the first question you can answer. 2, do you have a question for us? Is there something you've been wondering about? Like, when is this, or when is that happening, or what is going on here? Send us that question. We don't know everything, but we can find out, and we can dig around and find out. And the third comment that you could make, if those other 2 don't apply, is if you have an event that you would like us to promote, drop your link and the info in the comment so we can help promote your event. And again, a lot of events happen in town that we don't know about, because we don't know everything, but you're the eyes and ears for us. So if there's an event that you know about, send us a link, send us the info. We may already know about it, but that's fine. You can send information. I'll put my email address down below, but you can always go to nordoniahills.news, our website, and there's a contact us page. Also on Facebook and Twitter, obviously you can just drop stuff in the comments or give us a private message. So, well, time is ticking away. and I got stuff to do. So I hope you have a great day wherever you are, whenever you're watching. Have a great day. Like I said, bye.